Okay, so today I am gonna try something that I just tried yesterday for the first time, and I was pretty impressed by the look. I've been using Aspen contour, which, if you don't know, it's a mascara color. It's one of our contour cream contours, and Aspen is the color. It's great on my nose to just even out any redness. And so usually I use it underneath and then do everything on top. Well, I started using it under my eyes a little bit and under my nose. And then I saw another artist say they tried using Aspen as their main highlight color, and they were really surprised by how well it worked and how much it evened out their skin tone. So I thought, well, I'll give that a try. So you just take your B-squared brush, and Aspen, just so you can see, is this color right here. So I think it probably would work on a variety of skin tones. Just take the small end of the B-squared brush and tap it on. And you just need a very little amount. Go over my nose and everything, because as I said, helps even out any redness I have under my nose. And under my eyes some, really just in this corner is where I have a little bit of redness. So I'm using it really in place of my main highlight color in all the places I normally use my main highlight color. And you don't need much product at all to do this either. You can see how it really starts to just give me a neutral base to go from. Okay, so after I do that, I'm going to apply my contour color, which I'm going to use indigo. And I use the 30-second hack brush for that, this end. Looks a little funny, but it works. I have a nice big forehead, so I usually contour about halfway down my forehead. Make sure with your cheek contour that you're blending up, not down. You want to create that sculpted cheek, not sideburns. Of course, along your jawline, from your ear all the way to your chin. And then that jawline contour, you want to make sure you blend down. Okay, then I'm going to grab this BBF brush, Best Blend Forever brush, and do a little nose contouring. Nothing too major, but just a little bit there. So both sides of your nose, from your eyebrow down to your nose, under the tip of your nose, and the other side. Now I am going to do my brightening color, and I like to use I use white, peach, and linen. I'm going to use linen today, and I'm going to use the same BBF brush, that small end, and just pick up a little bit of linen on my brush and start tapping it in a triangle under my eye. I like to do that and then let it sit there for a minute, because the heat from your face will help make the cream makeup even more blendable. I go just under my nose, under my chin, and then I like to go under my contour as well, just to really highlight that. And it may seem like a lot, and of course the center of your forehead, kind of in the starburst. But you can see how really quick and easy it is right down the center of your nose. Okay, and then you can use the other end just to buff it out a little bit. Again, under my eye. Try to mostly stipple or tap it on and not swipe it. That under eye skin is more fragile, thinner, so you want to be extra gentle there. Okay, then I'm just going to take my cheek color. I'm going to use Hollywood and tap it just right on the apples of my cheek here. Gives you that youthful glow, and blend that really lightly, because I'm still going to use my Perfector sponge, and that will blend even more, so I don't want to go too crazy. Okay, and I'm going to get my Perfector sponge, which should be wet but wrung out, to blend, so I'm going to go do that. Okay, so I have gotten my Perfector sponge wet, wrung out all the water I can, and then even put it inside a towel and squeeze that to get as much of that out as I could. And you can see here's a dry one and here's this one, so you can see how much bigger it gets, and it's just got a great texture. I love our Perfector sponge, and I just use the end of it, the butt end, to kind of start tapping around on my face to help blend, pick up any excess product. This is definitely not a step to miss, because I think this really is where everything gets brought together. And I think we've all seen when things aren't well blended, contour lines or blush or your main highlight, whatever it is, and it doesn't look very good. So at this point too, you can also use your Perfector sponge to apply your bronzer. Our Bella Cream Bronzer is great. Again, take that end of the Perfector sponge and just put some bronzer on there, and I start just by kind of lightly tapping it where I'd like the bronzer where the sun would naturally hit you. Gives you that nice, healthy sun-kissed glow without having to be in the sun, which is great for the summer. Excuse me, great for the winter, or in the summer. You want to make sure you get SPF on and you aren't damaging your skin, so it's perfect for that too. Now, to have the bronzer, use the bronzer on my neck, I like to use the fluffy end of the B² brush. Just put some on there, put it on, and then just start blending it down. It's important to do your neck and top part of your chest, otherwise it will look like your head isn't really attached to the rest of your body. You don't want that. Okay, so that is on. Then I use my Perfector sponge. It's my sponge for everything. And I take my setting powder, just tap it in there. And I go under my eyes, around by my nose. And again, that under contour part. And I let it sit and bake while I do the rest of my makeup. So this, very versatile piece of equipment. All right, I am going to start on my eyes. I am going to use the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer, $3, great deal, I love it. Easy to use and easy to find and really effective. Put a little on there and then I start covering my eyelid with it. Okay, that is on. While that's getting all set, I'm going to do my eyebrows. Now you can use our contour colors to do your eyebrows. You can do our eyeshadow colors to do your eyebrows. I like to use this eyebrow gel from Tori Bell right here. And I just use the brown color. Comes in a little pot. I use our hotline brush. Get a little on there. Start under your eyebrow, creating line. And I go up top a little bit, give me the shape I'm wanting. Kind of fill in some. I keep it fairly light. As I said, my eyebrows are microbladed, and I just got done coloring the hairs, but they are really light, and I like a really nicely defined brow. So there you go, they're done now. And this Tori Bell eyebrow gel, once it's set, it is waterproof, smudge proof, sweat proof. It's great, and it feels really light too. So do this side. And you'll notice I don't come all the way out to the front part of my eyebrow here. I go just inside a bit. They say that the outer half of your eyebrow should be darker than this inner part for it to be more natural looking. So I use very little product on this inside section and then brush it up, and that's all there is to it. It's done then. Not gonna get too crazy with my eyes today. Just gonna do something nice and easy. Light pink Mama base color. Really close to my skin tone, actually. Use a little Leo up here farther. Not quite in the crease, a little higher than that because I do have hooded eyes. Not terribly, but somewhat. So if I did it right in my crease, you'd never even see it. Leo is probably one of my favorite eyeshadow colors. I use it almost every day and with almost every look. And when basically all the product is off of it, I'll use that just to kind of blend it up so there isn't any harsh lines there. And I'm gonna use Soulmate on my eyelid. Give it a little shimmer. And again, go up to my crease at least. And I've used this one brush for all of this, which is our eyeshadow everything brush, which is my favorite one. Has this kind of smudgy end and then this fluffier end. Pretty much no look you can't do with this. Then just to finish it off, I'm going to use Philly, which is a dark brown color, again on this fluffy end for my outer lid. Deepen the crease color there. And then I like to use it just below my eye too. Really, you can just kind of use what's left over on the brush for that. There, and that's about it for just a quick everyday look. So now this has been sitting here for a while. You can just buff it off, that powder. And putting that powder on before you do your eyeshadow is great too, because if you get any fallout from your eyeshadow, you'll brush it away with that setting powder and it won't stick to your skin. Go. I do like to use my little bit of leftover contour color just below my lip here. It gives you a little bit of shadow that makes your lips look a little bit fuller. And I generally wear a ColourPop liquid lipstick color every day. These, they're inexpensive, they stay on well. I really like the colors. They're not drying. This one is Aquarius, probably one of my favorites. Just a nice nude color a little bit of a peachy tint to it. And again, one of my